The Quinnipiac Bobcats and Monmouth Hawks began a 3-game weekend series on Saturday, April 6th at QU's baseball field. While the Hawks are winners of 3 of their last 4 games against Canisius and Princeton, the Bobcats entered this game off of a narrow 11-12 loss against Hartford. Quinnipiac was hoping to turn things around and keep their undefeated conference record alive at 4-0. And although Monmouth has been successful recently, they sit with an overall record of 3-11 headed into this one. Sophomore center fielder Zach Schall got the scoring started in the top of the first inning for the Hawks as he notched a single to right field. This hit drove senior infielder Pete Pope-Coon home for an early 1-0 Monmouth lead. However, Quinnipiac starting pitcher Taylor Luciani struck out the next batter, ending the inning, and after the game, I got to ask Luciani about his biggest takeaway from his performance.
What's your biggest takeaway from this game?
I love the fight that we showed. I mean, I got us down early 1-0 for a couple innings, and then Scaff picked me up. It just shows what type of team we are.
After 4 scoreless innings, the Bobcats tied the game at 1 when freshman infielder Ian Ostberg looped one to left field, bringing senior catcher Anthony Cruz home. Then sophomore infielder Dylan Lutz reaches first base on a fielder's choice, which allows all base runners to advance, including senior outfielder Julius Saporito. He slid home to give the Bobcats not only a 2-1 lead, but what would also be their first lead of the game. Quinnipiac continued to capitalize and extend their lead in the bottom of the 5th inning as junior outfielder Brian Mosky takes advantage of a Monmouth fielding error, bringing Ostberg home for a 3-1 edge. The floodgates, as junior first baseman Liam Scaffriello called them, began to open when the Southington, Connecticut native ripped a 3-run home run to left field, giving Quinnipiac a convincing 6-1 lead at the end of the 5th inning. After the game, Scaffriello talked about that moment in addition to the importance of Luciani's pitching down the stretch.
On the home run too, what'd you see?
It was a hanging curveball, and just trying to put a good piece on it. Hopefully give me a chance to get a hit. Guys.
What did you say about your team's performance today?
It was unbelievable. We were down for, 4 innings maybe? 4 or 5 innings, and then floodgates open. I think that shows how tough we are and how good a squad we are.
Monmouth wouldn't go away quietly though, as junior outfielder Kyle Norman reached first base on a Quinnipiac fielding error, driving junior catcher Clay Konieski home to make it a 6-2 ball game. The Hawks scored again in the top of the 6th, and this Shade Hughes single helped bring sophomore outfielder John LaRocca home, cutting the deficit to now 3. Nevertheless, the Bobcats added 2 more runs, the first one coming in the 6th inning off the bat of Ostberg. He provided a sacrifice hit to center field, which brought Cruz in for his 2nd run of the game scored, to make it 7-3. And sophomore infielder Evan Volgamore is responsible for the other run, as he tallied a 2nd Bobcat home run to left field in the 8th inning. The New Hampshire native tallied what was ultimately the final run of the game for Quinnipiac. The Bobcats made it a 1-2-3 top of the 9th inning as they defeated Monmouth by a final score of 8-3 in Game 1. While the Bobcats improved to a 12-15 overall record and stay undefeated at 4-0 in MAC play, Monmouth falls to 3-12 on the season. I asked Quinnipiac head coach John Delaney about Monmouth's biggest strength in this game in preparation for the rest of the series.
Coach, what about Monmouth's play impressed you the most?
They're an aggressive team. They have a lot of good hitters. We were lucky enough to not let them string a productive inning. We were able to separate the production in the middle of the order from them. The biggest thing is they're a very good defensive team. As much as they made a couple mistakes, they're a very good defensive